Here we are at Linear Fisheries, Brasenose 2. I've already got wet. I'm in my boxers. Just with Wayne. Just with Wayne. Say hello. 41.15 already, 8. Not for me, but... Yeah, but we should be in for some, shouldn't we, mate? Yeah. So yeah, we'll go through the spots and the swims with you in a bit. Now that's Carpy. Right, so these are the 3 rigs to go out. One on a Ronnie, pop-up target up, little white tapper. I've got 2 on the Loops and Booms, inspired by Josh. 1 on the Instinct, the new Instinct boosted bottom bait, and seeded plum pink topper. And then also, new to the range, seeded plum skinned tiger nut. So that's 3 to go out. I've got 1 on the Ronnie because the left-hand rod seems a little bit more choddy. The middle rod and right-hand rod, bang on gravel. Right, so just to go through spots with you. So down here, round this corner, is the no fishing section. So yeah, like I said, walking around yesterday, you could see the fishers holding up, and actually Rob, who's with us on this social, he's just been around there and he said there's loads of fish see where the water changes colour. There. Well, that's exactly where all 3 of my rigs are. So yeah, so over towards this bay, from 21 wraps, it's clean gravel, and it's clean gravel right, probably 10 wraps out from me, to be honest. So I've gone as far as I can safely without running the risk of running me around that corner and cutting me off. So I've gone at 20 wraps, all 3 rods, 1 on the bush, 1 in the middle, 1 there. Well, I've just seen probably a 20 plus goldfish swim a couple of rod lengths out past my swim over towards where my spot is. So yeah, that was a bit of a crazy sight to see. Couldn't believe how much of a goldfish it was like, to be honest. But yeah, that'll be a nice one to catch. But yeah, seeing a few fish in the area. So be hopeful of a fish tonight. Or this afternoon, hopefully. Come on. There, lingering in the net, is the first only carp. UK 30.
아, 이런 거 좋아요. 아, 나 이런 게 재밌어 나는. 한국 사람 상학입니다.
안녕하세요, 북한 사람 강희입니다.
네.
34 and a half. She's heavy, boy. Right then, the first UK 30
굿! 언젠가 한국에서도 저런 한국 틱톡에 나오는 날이
for the channel. Oh, it's been a while since I've had a UK 30. Yeah, 34 and a half. Heavy. 34 and a half. And fell to the instinct. Fell to the instinct. And some crappy loops and booms rig Josh has put me on. It's hard to hold because of the shape.
Got that weird belly, ain't it? Lovely fish though.
Yeah, lovely fish, mate. How's that? Yeah.
Bouser.
Buzzing.
That's what you come to Linear for, ain't it?
What you come here for, mate, on B2. Bye bye. Thank you.
Good lad.
Right, so while we've got a little bit of rain, I'm going to go through the spud mix. Right, so in here I've got some 8mm high oil pellets. They're from my local tackle shop, the Corn Stores in Redditch. If you're ever in Redditch or you're in and around that area, definitely pop in there. Great owners and really helpful. John and Steve, they'll help you out along with the staff. I've also got the Instinct new fish meal bait from Bank Baits. What I've done is probably had 2 key in here, key and a half of it I've done in chops, half key whole boilie. I've also got some 18mm Tiger Nut Banoffies in here. I can find anything. There's an half. So yeah, again, chops, a couple of whole ones, probably a kilo I think I put in about of that. Probably a kilo of Tiger Nuts in here. Them slimy Tiger Nuts that I do. And about half a bucket of flake maize. I have got a bit more in the car if needed. But all I'm doing is, I've got a fish in the sling now, but all I'm doing after every fish, I'm putting 5-6 spods out. 23 and a half, just ripped off. Fish number 2. Just want to dedicate this one to my cameraman Wayne. Thanks for coming here just to film, mate.
Just for filming.
It was appreciated. So this one, right hand rod this time. Just a single Tiger Nut. Just a single Tiger Nut. From the new skin Tiger Nuts that Bang Bait are doing. This one was a seeded plum flavour. Doing the business. Are you in? Yeah, doing the business. Fish are lively in here.
Yeah, one more and let me have a quick
Hold on, mate. I'll turn him round.
I'll put it straight on.
$23 and a half. Screamed off this one, didn't it, man?
It's din off, mate.
sweet. Guys, so we're on about 20 hours. Just had a raindrop drip on the camera, I think, on my phone. Anyway, we're at about 20 hours into the session, on 48. So the story so far, I started the session obviously finding the spots, etc. I'm at 20 wraps, going towards a no fish bay. It was clear when we walked around that a lot of fish are holding up in there. I mean, I think there's 2,000 fish in here. I'm not saying that the stock's in there, because that'd probably be impossible, but a lot of fish was holding in there. There was boshing in there, not where you can fish because you can't get around the corner to them, but where I'm fishing is as safe as you can get to them without them carting around the corner. So what I'm doing is I'm picking the rod up and I'm walking back when I'm catching the fish. So yeah, anyway, found the spots, or found the spot. Quite a massive gravel patch, to be honest. A bit blatant, but there's that many fish in here that I don't think it really matters too much. Yeah, proceeded to spot. I put new line on my reels, new braid on my spod rod, £20 braid. Can't remember what make it is now. Anyway, £20 braid previously. I've been alright spodding up until about 25 wraps without any issues. So put the first one out, second one cracked off, which is really annoying because the spod was new as well. Anyway, I watched it drift across. It drifted into a tree towards the edge. So I've had a look. I thought, oh, I can get that. I'll get my landing net. I'll get in. Anyway, I got in and I was just on the brink of my waders. But I was about that far away from the spawn. So I took that one more step and that was it. It started coming into the waders. Like a whine and Rob could hear me go woo, as the water come in. So anyway, I give up on getting it, come back, and trousers was absolutely soaked, like wringing wet, so I wrung them out. It was quite a sunny day yesterday, but they wouldn't dry. So I was walking around. I had everything spare top, spare boxers, spare socks, but no spare trousers. So I was walking around the whole day in boxers yesterday. Luckily it was sunny, and it didn't. They didn't completely dry, so I couldn't put them on. I ended up walking around in my waders for a bit in the evening, and then obviously I jumped into bed. And what I managed to do is I managed to get the legs up in the zip and get a candle that I've got and put the candle under it for the night, and it seems to have dried them out alright. So otherwise, because I think it's raining for a lot of today, otherwise I would have just been stuck with in my boxers or in my waders. Yeah. So yeah, last night I think I jumped into bed about 9. I was just drifting off, and about 11:30, 12, left hand rod ripped off. Picked it up. It's the only one that I haven't caught on yet, the only rod. That's on the Tiger Up and Offie, pop up on the Ronnie. Anyway, picked it up, walked back as normal, was playing it for a bit, and then it just pinged off. So yeah, just one of them. I brought the hook back in. Actually, yeah, the rig was tangled around the helicopter system that I've got on. So I don't know whether it was tangled pre-hooking or that's happened on the hook pull. So I'm not sure, maybe that was the case. Maybe that was a reason why, I don't know, but yeah. So that was that. And then 5:30 this morning, the middle rod absolutely tore off. It was going for what seemed an eternity, to be honest, by the time I got to the rod, so I was a bit worried about it. Anyway, I picked it up, walked back with it, it was fine, it was coming in, and I was about 3/4 of the way out from where I'm fishing, and then it just locked up. I could still feel the fish on there, I could still feel the rod tip bouncing, so I stood there for about 20 minutes. Just with the tension on the rod. Then I was moving around the swim, up and down, just trying to get different angles. And in the end, I could still feel it on there, but in the end, I just decided to put it back onto the rest and loosen the clutch up. And then it, for about 5-10 minutes, it didn't even move. And then all of a sudden, it just went again, picked it up, and it was sort of wallowing there. So I thought, line just casting there. It was just wallowing about, and I thought, oh, that's a decent fish. But yeah, what it turned out to be is it had gone into somebody else's line that must have been snagged. So the line was wrapped all around its face, all sorts. It was right carnage. But yeah, that must have been what I'd snagged on, but at least that's gone now, so that's out of the water. I've still got the fish in the sling, just trying to wait for a little bit of a break in the weather. And then I'll get that out and get that on film. I think it's probably a low 20, maybe mid 20. So yeah, I'll get that on film. And that one was on the Instinct again, so that's 2 on the Instinct, the new fish meal, and 1 on the skinned tiger nuts, the seeded plum flavour that band baits do. And then last one on the tiger nut, so everything's working at the minute. I'm not going to favour anyone. I'm just going to continue with the 3. Obviously, say if I'd have had 2 bites or 3 or 3 bites on the Instinct, then I'm going to put them all on the Instinct, and vice versa with the others. But yeah, they're sort of spread out at the minute, so that'll be fine for me. So yeah, 3 fish landed, 4 bites, 3 fish landed. And we're not even on 24 hours yet, so weather conditions are a lot better than yesterday. So I'll be open for a few more. Come on, the fish. Right guys, fish number 3 for me. £19, lovely looking mirror. Foul to the Instinct again. So that's 2 to the Instinct. The fish meal from Bankbait. And 1 to the skin tiger nut from Bankbait, the seeded plum flavour. And then I've also lost 1 on the tiger nut banoffee. It's got lively because I've had him sling for a little bit. Lovely looking mirror with that 1 big scale. Awesome. Probably the best looking one so far. It's got some lovely scales on this side as well. Yeah, right across its back, same as that side. I'll quickly show you the other side and then I'll get him back. So we're still in the rain at the minute. Lovely scale patterns. Yeah, it's the best looking one so far, but the smallest. It's not all about size. That's what she said. Awesome. Right, so yeah, just to tell you a little bit about the draw. So I jumped on with Wayne on I think it's exclusive carp competitions with them. Wines does the raffles and stuff with them, so as the place become available, so yeah, I jumped on it. So there's 30 of us. It's a lake exclusive on B2. There's 30 of us in total, and I come out 15 in the draw, and swim 16 was my first choice, and most people went for the bowl area further up the lake. So it was, the numbers was going down, and I was just, and then there was one more before me, and I think he was umming and ahhing whether to come down here. But anyway, I managed to get it, so happy days. 3 fish down. Chef Rob. Say hello, Rob. All the swans are at it. I was really interrupted by the swans doing their mating dance. Baby Carp. Oh guys, the smallest one of the trip, probably about 10, 11, 12 pounds, something like that. Not going to weigh him, it's raining, I want to get the rods out. All I want to say is like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment in the comment section if you can, and press the bell icon and you'll never miss a video again. Now that's carping. Right, nailed. That's it. The new seeded plum skinned target up banoffee. This flavour is the seeded plum one from Bant Bay. There it is. Nailed. On one of them crappy loops and booms, Josh told me about.
You know he's gonna give you shit.
So within half an hour of it being out there, it ripped off. It took loads long by the time I got to it. But yeah, £21, what a stunner. Tiger up banoffee, skinned tiger nuts from Bant Bay. Half an hour. Right, 17 and a half. And a half, skin tiger up banoffee flavour again. This one is probably the best fight of them all, I think. Probably had it on for 15 minutes. Again, I said it was a 30 or a 40 for the last bit. I'm not going to show you the size, I'm just going to get sorted, get back into bed this afternoon, so I'm already absolutely shattered, so get in. Guys, that's the end of the session. That's the end of the session at B2. Finished on 7 fish. Thought I could have had a couple more, to be fair. How many did you have, Wayne?
0 fish.
No, I've just been on the fish, to be fair, so yeah, but it's been a great trip. We'll be back again, won't we, for another blank?
Another blank.
Right, guys, let's carpy. Right, so just to add a little bit, which I forgot to get the story out with Wayne. The 34.8 that I had, Wayne come and netted it for me, and he netted it, it went in, and he turned around to high five me. He was like, that's a big one. and he dropped the net down. Luckily I had the line still under tension and it swam out, so in a sense I landed it twice, but I was like, what are you doing, mate? He was like, sorry, I was getting too excited. So imagine if it had come off, that would have been screwy. But yeah, just to go on again about last night, I was catching all on the tiger nut, Monofi skin tiger nuts. Well, when I reeled in just now to leave, the left hand rod which was on the fruity fizz had been crayed, so that was gone, and the right hand rod was the leader, and the hook link was twisted around a twig. So I don't know if it was floating on the surface when I'd cast it in, because it was literally wound around it. So I was in a sense only fishing with one rod. So God knows what would have happened if all three was fishing last night. But the rain was hammering continuously all night, and to be honest, I'd had enough. After the first fish I put some spots out, and I didn't spot again. After, so I just I wanted to try and get some sleep and get dry. Every bit of clothing I've got soaked. So yeah, but knackered, but I had a great trip. I think I caught the most fish on the lake out of the 30 that was on. So if that's not proof that the bait works, then I don't know what is. So yeah, but yeah, overall a brilliant time. Definitely recommend coming down here. It's not my first time down here, but first time on Brasenose too. So yeah, it seems a nice setup. You can get to all the swims. Apart from my one and a couple more, you have to barrow a bit, but every other swim you can just you can pull up behind and unload your stuff and then go to the car park. So yeah, that's handy. But overall a brilliant trip on the first 30 for the channel, so I'm well happy with that. Yeah, I'll be back again here soon, but I think my next one will be bluebell. I'll get down to bluebell and to kingfisher. I'm gonna try and get that 30 common that I'm missing out of the portfolio, so I'm gonna try and get that. Right then, lovely, see you later.